This is one of the strangest and goofiest online dating stories I've ever seen in my entire life. For context, a week ago, this guy and girl met on Tinder, and they went out for a date, which apparently went pretty well, until the girl receives this. Hi. I'm writing this letter in the hopes of helping you understand me better so you can meet my needs and wants. I asked you at dinner Saturday night what I could do to make you the happiest version of yourself. This is my response should you have asked me the same question. Now, whoa there, step back partner, those romantic socks are about to be blown off because typically, following this, you'd think it would be something extremely romantic. Like, you would have asked me what makes me happy. You made me happy. That date last week was spectacular, incredible. Will you marry me, madame? But no, not this guy. It all goes downhill from here, far downhill. This guy's never gonna recover. He starts by doing the written equivalent of, come, sit down on my couch. I gotta talk to you about something. He's softening the blow, you know, getting her ready to read all this. A whole paragraph on, I was planning to tell you this in person. But then he goes, I ask you to take time to really digest my words because I really thought long and hard about this. As we head into this weekend where we'll be spending almost a week together. This is an important catalyst of what will hopefully lead to a thriving relationship and the beginning of the next chapter of each of our lives together. Ah, yes, the week-long milestone. Do you remember celebrating that first week with whoever you're dating, whichever girl you're interested in? Yeah, that was an experience, because this guy just pretty much drops a bomb after 1 week. That's his celebration, and he hits us with what is going to be an absolute journey. This is going to be the next chapter of our lives as well. I like to think of life in 4 distinct areas: wealth, health, relationships, social and romantic, and overall happiness/fulfillment. I have written my thoughts down across each area and also offered some suggestions as far as how to implement these things in a way that would make me happy. Hold on a minute, this man isn't looking for love. This man is this girl's manager looking to provide a performance review. And that's gonna be a recurring theme throughout the rest of this video. You're gonna realize as this guy descends more and more into lunacy, this looks more and more like a job posting. And that offer sounds like something directly out of the chum bucket because it stinks. Even though every relationship is different, I believe wisdom is the best teacher. I can't expect you to be the best of all my exes, but I at least want to let you know what that looks like so you know what to aim for. Every failed relationship contains valuable lessons for future relationships. In other words, every no has brought me closer to a yes. No. Every no has brought you closer to a no. This guy took the idea of learning from your mistakes and completely flipped it on its head. He just gets worse and worse because I guarantee you, this probably started off very small, you know? It probably started off as a one-page proposal originally, but now with every partner that he somehow managed to get and then break up with, it's getting longer and longer and it's just getting more and more devastating. Anyway, he goes on a bit more talking about how it's his duty to share what his version of yes looks like and make sure that she's open to it and to let him know the results via FaceTime or in person. I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up in a business suit with a briefcase full of legal documents waiting for her to sign her life away with. But then he's so kind as to offer a look into his psyche. You know, a look into the mind of a very successful self-made man. Minus the success, minus the self-made, probably even minus the man. The last thing I'll say is the importance of understanding how I am wired. What makes me tick? The reason why I chose entrepreneurship is because I refuse to settle for average. I had a $150,000 a year consulting job with benefits, prestige, etc. I was on the fast track to partner where I would have made over $500,000 a year. I threw that away because I believe in myself and I know that I have the best of both worlds. More money, more freedom, more fulfillment. 95% of people would have chosen to stay in a cushy job and simply ride the wave until retirement. My man has 0 jobs. But when I see other people have what I want, I ask myself a simple question. Why not me? And then I make a plan to achieve it and execute it ruthlessly. I don't make excuses or lie to myself and pretend I don't want a top 1% lifestyle. I've sacrificed too much to accept anything else. You might not know it because I make success look easy. You don't ever see me stressed about work, lol. But that's because I've been through the fire of being unable to pay my bills or spending money that I didn't have. Nowadays, there's no such thing as hard times anymore. My guy, spending money that you didn't have is your fault. Why were you doing that in the first place? That's not entrepreneurial, that's stupid-aneurial. That's ridiculous. And also notice how he drops his facade for a second. He puts in a little lol. This is a very interesting observation because no hardworking, entrepreneurial, self-made man like Bill Gates puts lol in their documents. You know who does? Role players. And I think that's what this is going to be. You see, I think all of this is the facade of a man who wants to be successful, but is stuck in a role play session with himself. So if this guy is so amazing, how could he be single? Well, he practically tells us. The truth about why I'm still single at 38 is because, similar to my six-figure job, I've thrown away quality relationships with women that easily could have turned into picture-perfect marriages and families. Doctors, lawyers, these are women who accomplished in both career and home life. But there were deep flaws in each relationship that made me feel like I was settling. I've matured since then and realized that there is no perfect partner that checks all the boxes, but there is the right partner that checks the right boxes. Let's move to the boxes, shall we? And that's where this dumpster fire turns into a hell-like inferno, because it all goes downhill from here. This is where the true job requirements come out, and my boy is not looking good. Career/wealth. The guy, 80% ownership. The girl gets 20%. And yeah, for some reason, he's assigning specific ownership over these aspects of life. But no, it's okay. He explains it. Put down your pitchforks. You will see why this is a very good offer for you to take indeed. He says, I will make over $1 million a year and become a multi-millionaire in the next 12 months. I've hustled my entire entrepreneurship journey to make it to this point where I can partner with someone like redacted, who has already hit $25 million and get an equal slice of the pie. Therefore, I will be able to provide a top 1% lifestyle to my partner and family. At a bare minimum, my family and partner will never have to worry about money, ever. We will have a multi-million-dollar home, multiple vacations a year, chefs, nannies, and be able to have anything and everything we could ever want. I can imagine the guy getting more and more excited as he writes this or types it down, his fingers starting to burn with like energy, and he's like, oh, I can feel it! Like an actual anime protagonist powering up. But then he calms himself down, back to writing the document, you know, gotta be professional. I expect my partner to pursue a career of some sort that either 1, fulfills them and brings them happiness, passion, and joy, or 2, cultivates a skill, makes them feel productive, or helps them achieve a goal that they are genuinely proud of. And he gives an example that money is secondary. You know, you can start a not-for-profit if it gives you meaning. And you know what? That is sweet. That's probably the one nice thing that he says in this entire 5-page document. But then he throws it all away immediately in the next paragraph. I expect my partner to prioritize family, me included, over their career in every situation. That means there should never be a no to a family-oriented event. I don't care if you're swamped under. I want you going to Grandma Esther's cookie feast, whether you like it or not. You're gonna enjoy those cookies. I own 80%. And I also expect my partner to support me with side hustles, including Airbnb, real estate, or other ventures. I would be the final decision maker, but I would expect you to run errands, perform administrative tasks, and generally support our ventures based on the direction I give you. I will ask you for your insight on important decisions because I want you to be fully knowledgeable and capable in case I am unable to run them. This man wants a secretary. Like I said, this reads like a job posting. My guy doesn't want a lover, he wants an employee. And he also kindly provides action steps like prioritize spending time with me and being there for me over your work responsibilities. So if you've got a job at Starbucks, not anymore. No, you're gonna be working with him at home because he doesn't have a job, remember? So I don't know what he does in his hustling time. Probably reading Andrew Tate's books or going to Hustler University. But in health and fitness, there's a 50-50 ownership. And he says, I value my health and fitness immensely, as it directly affects my ability to perform as an entrepreneur. I will be reducing my drinking significantly as we settle into more of a daily routine. Implying he's drinking a lot right now, but I'll work out 4 to 6 times a week and eat healthy. including ongoing meal prep, which by the way, later on he implies that the girl should be making. This is the only category I believe should be 50-50 because it encompasses so much. I might care more about exercising and meal prepping, but you might care more about supplements and skincare. Both should be consistently informing each other on these topics. That is ridiculous. That is so stupid. Like, yeah, the only reason he's making it 50-50 is because he's like, oh, I don't want an unhealthy girl. I want a hot wife. I want a hot babe who cares about skincare and supplements. I want her to get Botox. I want her to look perfect. She's my trophy girl. And the Botox thing's not even a joke. He actually mentions it later on. Short term, immediate. Suggest fun, healthy activities for us to do. Suggest healthy drinks, food, supplements, etc. to help us feel and look our best, including vanity products such as skincare and procedures such as Botox. Imagine meeting someone and then after a week they're like, let's do Botox together. That's a real bonding date there. Bonding with you, your boyfriend, and the surgeon. Relationship/intimacy, 70% ownership for the girl and 30% for the guy. Now, I can't show a lot about this category, given that I just came from the magical lands of Roblox where everything is sunshine and roses, so I'm gonna be calm on that for now. But what I can tell you is that the guy expects her to give a lot in the relationship. He expects her to initiate everything and be intimate, do everything for him, or he's gonna cheat. Yeah, that's right. He literally says, if I don't get enough, I'm gonna cheat on you. But no. He's not a bad person because he's gonna tell them first that he's about to do it, and then he'll do it. And then he says, after I do that, we'd probably break up anyway because I wouldn't feel the love for you anymore. This has got to be a joke. It's so stupid that this guy can think that that's okay. Happiness and fulfillment, 50-50. This man goes on a humongous rant on this one. This is a full page-long rant. He basically wants the partner to intellectually stimulate him all the time by starting interesting conversations. He expects them to clearly communicate their needs or wants, otherwise he won't ask, nor will he care. He wants them to bring positive energy into his life, because he's always an optimist, but they should always have a positive attitude for him. And I love this one. I expect my partner to be into lifelong self-improvement. This means taking time to reflect on flaws, weaknesses, growth opportunities, and openly sharing what you're going to do to improve upon them. This includes reading books, listening to podcasts, finding mentors, attending events. Look, buddy, attending Hustlers University with Andrew Tate or David Steakburger as your mentor is not a self-improvement. And then he expects his partner to bring up all issues small and big, and he will do the same. And God, I hope he does not, because I guarantee you this guy is gonna bring up an issue if you so much as breathe in his face. In fact, even if you don't breathe in his face, hey, you're breathing. Can you do a little less of that? It's interrupting my workflow here at my Hustle Gaming Studio. And then in the action steps, he's like, oh, in the short term, ask for feedback on how you could do it better after you do something. Ask me and I'll tell you, okay, yeah, nope, that's not how you make noodles. You specifically need to cook them at this temperature. Okay, I'm cheating on you now. You didn't make good enough noodles. I'm out of here. And then, of course, he has long-term post-marriage at the end of all of these. He hasn't really decided on what he wants for the action steps long-term, but I bet your bucket that at that wedding, instead of vows, he's gonna show up with another proposal. He's gonna show up with everything, the long-term things that you need to change, the things you can do better, and, you do one good thing. You like me. Yeah. That's probably what he's gonna have. But like I said, this looks like something straight out of a corporate merger. Not even Harvey Specter, the world's greatest closer, would be able to close this deal. And I fear for every single girl who comes upon this proposal. It's like the tape straight out of The Ring, where if you read it, you're gonna die within the next 7 days. And I definitely feel a brain aneurysm coming on after seeing this. So what do I think? Like I said earlier, I think this is a humongous, massive dream from this guy. I think this guy is sitting in his parents' basement, writing up something incredible. My man is cooking today because he creates himself to be some super powerful, manly man. He's looked at Hustlers University and they say, boy, you gotta write that relationship proposal. You gotta make yourself look good. You gotta set the expectations immediately. You gotta be dominant. You gotta lock it down. And he was like, that's right. All right. I'm gonna make $1 million by the end of this year. That's my New Year's resolution. Don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I believe with the right strategy, I can do anything. Let's get working. Immediately grabs out the Nintendo Switch and starts playing Super Smash Bros., which is a great game, by the way. No hate to Super Smash Bros. But at the end of the day, this is a good thing. This is an optimistic ending, because if this guy can get exes, that means he had girlfriends before. And if this guy can get girlfriends, that means you can too. Or boyfriends, you know. This person exists, anyone can get anyone. And I'll leave you with that happy thought. Until then, bye. See ya. Don't be like this person. Bye.